In this video, we are going to be talking about rounding. We are seeking to answer the question, how do we round to the nearest hundred? In the video right before this, we talked about rounding to the nearest 10. We also talked about the importance of rounding as it makes numbers easier to understand and work with. Rounding actually becomes more useful as we round to higher place numbers. And this is an example of rounding to a higher place number. Now, when we're rounding to hundreds, we're trying to see what hundred a number is closest to. So here's an example of the hundreds that we have up here. And as you notice, when we're rounding to hundreds, the units and the tens column are always going to be a 0. So we're just, everything after the hundreds are going to fill into zeros, and then the 100 column is either going to go up or down. Now it's important when we're dealing with numbers that when we're rounding to the 100, and if there's other numbers before the hundreds, we don't have to worry about them. So as we have the 567, if we're rounding to the closest 100, in all of these numbers, the last 3 numbers will be the same, no matter what is before it. So when we have 567 and we're rounding to the nearest 100, our options are either 500 or 600, as those are the closest hundreds that we have. The same rule applies as before. We're going to look at the tens column instead of the units column. When you're rounding, you always look at the column that is right to the place value that you're rounding. So in this case, it's the tens. So instead of looking at the units, we're going to be looking at the tens. So if we're looking at this number, and if it's 1 to 4, it stays the same. The 100 stays the same. If this number is 5 to 9, the 100 rounds up. The catchy saying still applies. 4 or less, just ignore. 5 or higher, add 1 more. So as we see this number line, we're counting by tens instead here. And we see that if this 10 column is 1, 2, 3, or 4, it's closer to 500. Where if it's 6, 7, 8, or 9, it's closer to 600. And the same thing applies. The 5 is in the middle, but it goes towards the higher number. That is the rule. So now we're going to try this on our own. We have the number 509. Think to yourself or write on a piece of paper, what would this number round to as we're looking at to round to the nearest 100? Remember, you are looking at the tens column. Did you put 500? Then you are correct, because if we look at the number in the tens column, we have a 0, and that is less than 4. So it is just going to stay the same as we have the 500. Now let's do the number 438. Round it to the nearest 100. Did you say 400? Then you are correct, because if we look at the tens column and we have the 3, that is less than 5 and not 5. So then it is going to, you're just going to ignore it and keep it the same. So it's closest to 400. Now we have this number. And remember, what's before the 100 doesn't matter. We don't have to worry about that. We're rounding this number to the nearest 100. Did you say 86,800? Then you are correct. Because if we look at the tens column, we have an 8. And that's 5 or higher, add 1 more. So we add 1 more to the 7, which is an 8. So it would be 86,800. Now this one is a little bit tricky, but I want you to try it. Round it to the nearest hundred. The answer is 4,000. So this is where rounding can get a little bit confusing because we have to change everything to zeros and add one more to the next column. Because if we look here, we have a 9 in the tens column, so we know that we're adding one more to the hundreds column. However, the hundred column is a 9, and if you added one more to 9, it would be 10. And we can't very well put a 10 here. So what we do is we put the 0 here, like we have here, and then add our 1 or our 10 to the next thousands column, which gives us 4. So then we have 4,000. So that would be the nearest hundred that it would round to. This video explained how to round to the nearest hundred. Thank you for listening.